Alright, welcome back guys. Dr. Sunshine here with your dose of fail playing Will. Let's see if this game likes to fuck with me anymore. Yes. How did you feel? Whew, everything felt so unreal. Am I really a god? Have I always been living here? Oh, did it really make me go back? Okay, hang on. I have to pay attention. He actually did start me over. How rude! Truly important information. Okay. Orange text. Orange text message blue. Whew, thank goodness. It looks like you've truly mastered what I've taught you so far. No, I just realized you're an asshole. You truly are my master. Aside from the orange text, in the normal mode, you also notice a lot of red text. Stop fucking with me. If you read those words very carefully, you might find some clues that help you solve the puzzles. In normal mode, the clues will be highlighted in red. They might help your deductions. If you ever find yourself stuck in a puzzle with no idea how to proceed, pay special attention to the red text and you'll surely be able to make some progress. Alright, it seems like you should do just fine now. And I can take it easy too then. I believe as you go along with your tasks, you will eventually make the right decisions. Besides, I can see that you've already made a choice. A choice? Yes, I told you at the beginning that handling the prayers from humans is our job. However, whether to help them or not, or how exactly you want to change their fates is completely up to you. I see that you have chosen an S ending for them all. That means you are choosing the path of absolute kindness. Well, they were asking me for help, so of course I would help them. What's the alternative? That I should torture them instead? Not necessarily. I just want to remind you that the path of absolute kindness is not an easy one. Especially when you receive letters from two different people, you have to make the endings for both sides an S. Simply achieving an S for one won't be good enough. In other words, you have to solve two people's problems at the same time. I see. Well, I'm sure I can find a way. Okay then. By the way, I suppose you don't remember your own name either. Your name is Myth. Myth? You are a god who can manipulate people's fates through stories and puzzles. That's why they call you Myth. You might not know this yet, but you're actually quite popular in the human world. Some urban legends that have been circulating are stories about you. Wow, I didn't know why it was so impressive. Even though I seem to have forgotten a lot of things and I'm still adapting and trying to learn, I do feel like helping people, and that makes me happy. If I work very hard, I could possibly grant wishes to everyone in the world. World? That's a question. Everyone? Well, you'd be buried by all their letters first. However, if you try your best, you should be able to shape the world a little closer to your liking, at the very least. Got it. I'll try my best. Well, from now on, let me know if you have any questions. After all, it's just the two of us here. Well, then how come I wasn't gonna get any dinner? Nope, time for anime intro. I guess these are the people I'm helping. Oh, the dog is so freaking cute. I already forgot his name. Let me see what kind of letters we're getting today. Nope. Mailbox. Mailbox.
神，
Oh gosh.
请帮帮我！
为什么会这样？
Oh.
Porque siempre me pasa esto.
부처님, 나도 좀 도와줘요.
Okay. So, I'm guessing this is where they are is a matter of like timeline. So these two go together. So let's go back because this seems to be back in time, and then we'll deal with Lee and whoever else is on her time. My name is Carlos. I'm 18 years old. It was a big day because I was finally going to leave Mexico. Uncle Depp, who had always been helping out at the who had always helped out at the orphanage, and Aunt Benita, who was the matron of the orphanage, used to tell me that if I ever wanted to go to a foreign country, I would need to have a passport first, and then I would need a visa. Finally, I could go to the airport and buy a ticket. Then I could fly wherever I wanted to go. I got my passport, and apparently going to Hong Kong didn't require a visa. All I needed was a plane ticket. Uncle Depp and I headed out early before the sun even came out. He had been driving me through the mountains for 6 hours to get to the international airport. He then stuffed a couple of warm burritos wrapped up in paper in my backpack before I said goodbye. I didn't know when I would ever see him again. I already missed him. I walked into the airport and I couldn't help slowing down in admiration. The place was so big. No wonder the tickets were so expensive. I needed to ask someone to tell me where I could buy a ticket. I bumped into another man that made my controller vibrate. The 3 boxes he was carrying all fell to the ground. I helped him pick up the boxes and stack them. I hoped nothing inside got broken. The man was wearing a pair of glasses with golden frames. He seemed like a nice person. He took the boxes out of my hands and was not mad at me at all. He just nodded and walked away. He really was nice. Even though there were signs in the airport, I couldn't read many of them. I walked around twice before I found the ticket counters. A ticket cost over 10,000 pesos, just like Uncle Depp had told me. I had all my savings with me, including the money my parents and sister had left me, as well as what I had earned doing part-time jobs. It was only a little over 20,000 pesos altogether. However, something terrible had happened. I couldn't find my wallet. I clearly remember checking to make sure I had it when I left. Maybe I dropped it in Uncle Depp's car? I ran outside the airport. I saw the man who had bumped into earlier. He was still wandering around with those 3 boxes. Was he lost? But I didn't have time to worry about him. I had to go check to see if Uncle Depp had already left. I couldn't find him anywhere outside the airport. He probably had headed back. I had to walk through the mountains along the road we arrived on. I had my backpack on, feeling awful. It wasn't a popular road, and it was already too late. There were no other cars in sight. I hoped that I could get a ride tomorrow morning. Lord, why was I so unlucky? What is Mexico? It's a big country in the west. West? To our west? Do we live in the east? No, of course not. We don't live in their world, so there is no east or west to any. I don't know. The Earth is a round planet, so east or west is all relative. Relative? You're not making any sense. Do you mean that Mexican people would say that their own country is in the west too? Now she's confusing me too. Oh, by the way, the writers of the earlier letters, are they from China? I always feel a strange sense of closeness when I think of China. Mexico feels more distant to me. Why is that? I guess more people write to us from China, maybe? I hear that Chinese people are all over the earth. There are a lot of them in every country. Really? So this letter is written in Chinese too? As well as the earlier ones? Because they all look the same to me. Oh no, this is our language. In fact, the people who wrote to us come from many different countries and they would use different languages. But once we receive them, they are all automatically translated into a language that we can understand. Oh wow, being a god is so convenient. It's like the TARDIS. Alright. So, I'm guessing this dude must have stolen his... No. Okay. My name is Chang Yong Min. I'm sorry for mutilating that name. And I recently graduated from the Korean Police Academy. I'm 23 years old. It's my first day reporting to Busan Police Precinct. I hadn't realized that I overslept until my Sir Spotty alarm clock had gone off for the 10th time. I jumped out of bed, slipped into my pants and shirt, and rushed out the door with my coat in my hand. I even knocked over my neighbor's flowers by accident. Sorry! I'll clean it up later. I'm running late. Still, I was 45 minutes late when I finally got to the station. The captain was sitting behind the desk. He squeezed a "kids these days" out of his mouth. Then he seemed to lose any energy and interest to even speak to me. Then, I was transferred to archives, so there's that term. P.S. Do not stick your password under the desk. Okay. How could I have overslept on my first day? Please, Buddha. Please help me fix this. Please, please. Becoming a member of the Criminal Investigation Department has been my dream since childhood. I don't want to go to the archives. What is criminal investigation? Is that much better than archives? Well, criminal investigation is the place where the police try to solve cases and catch bad guys, but you can't completely disregard the archives either. Alright. How the heck are these two things gonna go together? Alright, so somehow I gotta move. Why do I want to put it there? I feel like I'm messing up Chang's day even more. Noticed there was a sign ahead. Although I couldn't read it, I had a feeling it was pointing me to the ticket counters. I had great instincts, haha. Ticket over 10,000 pesos, just like Uncle David told me. Da-da. I hoped I'd be able to come back someday. 3 hours later, with a booming noise, the airplane took off. I felt suddenly something pushing me into the seat cushion. I could see Mexico City becoming smaller and smaller outside the window. And the orphanage in Monte... I can't say it, I'm sorry. Had turned into a small white dot. I suddenly started to feel nervous. My mind was racing. What if the plane went down? I hoped it would fall into the ocean so I couldn't swim back, but the seatbelt thing was so annoying. I couldn't untie it. It would... I hoped it would fall into the ocean so I could still swim back, but the seatbelt thing was so annoying, and if I couldn't untie it, I would be dragged into the water with the plane. Or there was something called insurance that would pay a lot of money if someone died. I should get that, and maybe it would be enough for Alicia to buy a new house in Mexico City. Just when my brain was spinning with all these questions, a beautiful lady asked if I wanted some water. Oh no, no, no. I checked my wallet again. There's only 10,000 pesos left, which I know what a peso is. From now on, I must be careful about spending every single one of them. I heard everything is really expensive in Hong Kong. I must save up before I find Alicia. Alicia's sister, I'm coming to find you. The Lord will bless us. I heard the voice of a woman screaming in the crowd. Stop him! He's got my purse! I gave him a chance to be a hero. I looked down and the man I bumped into was holding a woman's purse. He actually tried pushing me away. As a policeman defending justice, how could I let a criminal escape the judgment of the law? I grabbed his collar. Take this! I think I punched him. I took the bastard to the police station. I ended up late, of course, but the captain let me off the hook for stopping the robber. Captain Gong glanced at the bloodstains on my shirt, gave a faint smile, and asked me why I wanted to become a police officer. I stood up straight, put my hands behind my back, held my hand high, and replied firmly, to defend justice. The captain scratched his balding head and smiled. Haha, go and report to Unit 4. What? Unit 4? I felt my heart start to sink. I'd heard so many rumors about Unit 4, even when I was in the police academy. Oh, is that a bad rumor? I still got rank S, so I guess it wasn't a horrible thing. Nope. Did I get more letters from them?
Porque siempre me pasa esto.
내 탓이야. 바보같이.
They're still at the same time. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop there. Let me see if I can figure out how to save so this game doesn't screw me over again. Okay, there we go. We're saved. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Dr. Sana-chan. This game is really cool. It reminds me a bit like Papers, Please because of how your decisions of who you allow to do what affects a greater scheme than what you're looking at in that moment. So it's really intriguing. I thought this was going to be a horror game because of the fact that it tells you to sit down in a dark room, but it's actually not scary, and I'm really enjoying it. I thought I heard something beep, but that just might have been Turbo whining at me. Anyway, so that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. Sana-chan. Keep your eye out for that next There's a Fail.